What's up, you guys? This is DMB Universe, and I am in. Yeah, I cut out that whole entire bit that I just did. If you would like to hear what I just said, all ad-libbed, by the way, because I just came up with it on top of my head, and you are at least over 18 years of age, or, you're just the type of person who doesn't care about, swear words or anything of the sort, then feel free to listen to it at the end of the video, or whatever, if I cut it and remember to actually do it like that. And if you're not, if you're under the age of 18 or do care about hearing those types of words, especially coming from my mouth, Mom, I'm looking at you, please refrain from listening to that. Once I'll give you a fair warning if you're the type to stay to the rest of the video. Now, basically, I'm gonna make things as clear cut as possible, so we can just get right into this reaction and continue moving forward. To put things bluntly, I think I'm done with YouTube. At least in forms of doing things like how the old days used to be, where I want to find something new and interesting, give my reactions to it. Watching fan works like Death Battle and other stuff like that. I think the day of DUMB Universe being a reactionary channel, like quote unquote reactionary channel, finding shows, reacting to them and stuff like that, is over. I think this channel is primarily just going to be a MLP watching episode, watching a new MLP episode channel now, and which is ironic because this is the year, or this is the final season of MLP. So for as far as I know, once this season is done, Generation 5 or anything else MLP related is not going to come out for it's obscenely long amount of time, making it so that I won't be able to do anything on this channel. Main reason because the internship is taking up like way more time than I first initially expected. At first, I thought the internship was going to be like, what my current job has been doing, taking about like 6 hours to 5 hours of my time. Then I can get back here, unwind a little bit, do some videos. But no, the internship, no, that is indeed not the case whatsoever. The internship is in fact taking up twice as much time as anything I've probably ever done in life, period. I guess this is what it means by working into the industry, because you're working into the industry. You're doing things to make it so that this clock you're in is working properly, that all the little cogs mesh together. Now, let me first take out some misconceptions that I believe I saw some people comment when I did a few comments on this whole situation. All right, to make things very clear, to say as much as I possibly can without, going too far deep into things, I am working with Rooster Teeth as an internship, but not Rooster Teeth. I'm not working like on Ruby. I'm not working on Genlock. I'm not working on Camp. I'm not working on like literally much of anything actually what Rooster Teeth is quote unquote known for. I'm working on the Death Battle branch. Death Battle, the guys who used to be a part of Screw Attack, their own personal area, until they got bought out, and now they're now part of Rooster Teeth. They're still basically their own particular company, working on their own stuff. So if there's been any like controversial statements, controversial whatevers, because that's always on the internet, about Rooster Teeth doing this, not doing that, workload this, workload that, this, just know that Death Battle may be part of Rooster Teeth, but most of that controversial stuff, the stuff that I got to see when I was on the internet, I don't think actually pertains to them, because they seem to have their own locked-in service. So unless I can find something controversial around them, and plus I haven't, not like I was trying to look anyway, but usually I wasn't trying to look for anything Rooster Teeth related controversial wise, and that just sort of just shows up on my door. So since it didn't happen at Death Battle, and they just seem like a pretty bunch of fucking swell dudes, I'm sorry, I just have to say it like that. I don't think many of the problems you have. So when addressing Rooster Teeth, I just mean the Death Battle branch. Granted, I have access to other Rooster Teeth related projects and stuff like that because of working there. But primarily, the people that I'm working with are really awesome. I cannot stress that enough. And you know me, I'm the type of guy that always brings positivity at any moment, but I'm not afraid to tell you when I'm pissed off or something like that. I played Undertale, for Christ's sakes. You already know my emotional level with that. So when I say that so far from where I've been working and just everything is just fantastic, I'm not lying to you. When I say that the work that I'm doing at Rooster Teeth right now, in Death Battle, the things that I'm doing, it is, I think it's about 10, 9, maybe 11-ish hour work periods for about 4 days, I think. And I will not lie to you when I say that every single second that I am working on things, working on whatever particular project that is coming out, whatever particular project they're letting me do, there has not been a single second that I have to say that I feel like I'm not wasting my time. I feel accomplished when working at that place. Because, guys, if you've been on my DeviantArt account, if you've been on any other account, if you've been on my YouTube account, you already know that I love to animate. I love to sit down for 17 hours just to draw 2 seconds of animation. I adore that type of work because I feel accomplished doing it. That's the type of person that I grew up to be after just drawing so many comics since I was 6 years old. I'm not flubbing those numbers. 6 years old, drawing stick figures to this day. So when you're giving me a job that primarily focuses on sitting down and drawing things, and not just drawing things, drawing characters from other sources of medium to make it so that you're representing them properly, the movements, the things they're doing, the personalities, the things that they're doing. You are basically giving me the job that I've been asking for since I was 6 years old. And I'm 22 now, and I'm happy. So, again, I get the stigma because I know of some controversial stuff that I cannot confirm nor deny, mostly just not confirmed, period, that is going on in Rooster Teeth because I'm in this particular branch here and basically have no real intention to go to any other branch unless spoken to do so. I have to tell you this, I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. I have 2 jobs right now, basically. I have the internship that I'm working there, and then I have the sushi restaurant job. And I am not afraid to tell you that every single time I walk into the sushi restaurant and have to, stand up, do the sushi, prep the sushi, do the ramen, for those 6 hours, for those 6.5 hours, I have to say that I hate my life. I hate my life. I'm standing around doing a thing that I do not like to do, at least something that I know for a fact that I do not want to live the rest of my life doing. And I feel like I'm wasting my life standing there doing it, but I have to do it because I need to put food on my table. I need to get some type of currency in that sort of regard because the internship's not paying, and that makes sense. It's an internship, and plus it's just college credit and stuff like that. But when I go to Death Battle and I sit down and start drawing and I wait for further instruction and I see the work effort and I see these other people working on this sort of stuff, I've never been happier. And I woke up at 3 o'clock one day when it was time for me to go there, and I stayed up the entire time because I just couldn't go back to sleep because how excited I was to go back and work there. And again, just taking the personalities of the people that I'm working with out of the table, taking the personalities, I'm just talking about the pure workload. I love to work like this. Working as a person who sits down and draws, just that makes me happy to be alive at this point. And so that just means that some things has to be sacrificed. And YouTube was basically a hobby in the beginning that I just did. Actually, it all started as a dare, as you all know of the history of Do You Want to Be the Universe and how he came to be in this YouTube existence, and that he didn't want to watch MLP because he was already burned out of Generation 3 and 3.5. He thought MLP wasn't going to be any good, even though after saying Generation 1 was so good, growing up with that, stuff like that, Will made me do it, got into it, and then started to develop a little bit of a following, thanks to particular YouTubers, narrator being one of the top dogs that I remember back in those days, really helping me out. And then I got to a status of where I'm talking to and know other great creators on this space. And then when I tried to take it a little bit more seriously, I hit it with the common YouTube practices of copyright problems, constant fear of being copyright struck, lost a channel because of the CV Universe debacle, and so on and so forth. And now at this point, now that I'm still going through that on YouTube, I think this is just one of those things that I have to take off my plate take on my plate and just kind of enjoy life more, because for every time I have to sit there for days to wait to see if a video can be unblocked, ticks me off, and stuff. I don't know how else I'm supposed to really explain this, other than I think I've reached the point where the destination of my journey is very close. I'm doing my best to impress them. I'm doing my best to impress them enough so I can actually get the job. I'm not going to say anything is definitive until I get my first paycheck. That's basically it. So everything right now is still just interning, learning the ropes. Well, learning everything I probably don't know, but half the things they're putting me on I already know, like at the back of my hand. And so on and so forth. So right now, all I have to say is when it comes to how YouTube is going, I try. Okay, now that I remembered, I tried to delete my Patreon. Since I'm not trying to do YouTube anymore, I thought it'd be appropriate to get rid of the Patreon so people don't have to, like, even if you're nice and want to send me money, just because you're nice. There's a lot of people out there that like that. I can tell by my live streams for days, years. People are just nice. I wanted to delete that so you nice people can't even make me feel upset because you're too nice. But I can't, apparently. I swear to Christ. I tried to go to my Patreon. Tried to delete it. I go down to the thing. It says terminate. Hold on. I have it up right here, but since I just went through this. I'm at the settings. It says disable account. Disable account. Submit, put in a password, submit, and then I get this message. You've got mail. To keep your account safe, we've sent you an email at your Yahoo account with the link to disable your account. And then I go to my mail, and it's not there. It doesn't show up. No matter how many times I refresh it, no matter how many times I say yes, refresh, it never shows up. So it's like Patreon itself is making it so that I cannot stop you people. I guess I could take my card down. I don't really know how you do that. Hold on, it's probably like some type. But I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. In the end, I'm trying to make it so that this is purely just whenever I find time to do type of thing now. It's no longer I myself want to feel like I need to get the new reaction to MLP out of the way within the week, because that's just how it's supposed to go. If you want to get up there with the high views and also have people see it with you and on time, and have the other blind people watch it with you and stuff like that, that's no longer a priority for me. It's whenever I'm able to get to it and whenever I feel like I want to watch it. I definitely still want to watch MLP. I don't care where I'm working. I don't care how long life has gone on. Derpy's still Bay, and I will never stop watching this show. As long as it continues to make content, I'll be there for it, main series wise. But if I have to go out of my way for it, it's highly possible that I'm just gonna have to wait until there's a more convenient time. As for Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Miraculous Ladybug, and all these other different type of shows that I've gotten into, and I honestly could not keep up with because of the shifting schedule and my own lack of want in particular moments of having to watch them. I have to say, I will watch them on my own time, and I definitely will be able to do that because I just binge watch all 3 seasons of Overlord, the anime, the isekai anime where a guy's just an overlord. I binge watched that entire thing because I had nothing else better to do one Sunday. So if I can do that, I bet I can do the same thing for other stuff. Yeah. So basically, all I'm trying to say is YouTube is no longer like a high priority thing. It's kind of like what the Pokemon company is doing with Pokemon. See, topical. I'm still here, very topical. Anyway, but in the end, YouTube right now is just a when I'm there type of thing. I'm happy to have been here to support as many to support any person, those people that I've read comments about saying this helped me get through the day. This was funny. I really liked your stuff. And to all the people who hated me throughout the years that I've been here, it's all been a trip. You really had me experience my emotions that I thought I ever would. Like, to tell you the honest to goodness truth, I've gone nowhere. I have gone nowhere if I cannot admit that it's thanks to the influences of others that I'm able to get this far in life. To tell you the absolute truth, there have been many moments that have been on YouTube. I'm not afraid to admit that I have depression. and much like everyone else that's on this YouTube space, to tell you the truth, but you don't know how many times I've seen so many creators have depression, and it makes sense when doing stuff like this. Depression is just a hell of a symptom, but you don't know how many times that your comments, your feedback, the live streams I did, the overall just general positivity that I've received throughout these 6, 5, 7, I don't know how long I've been on YouTube, years that I've been here, has really helped me out on certain situations where I have been in a dark place. And I want to continue doing that by not deleting my YouTube channel. That would be absurd. I would never try to do that at the very least. But still be here in a certain way. I can do like the occasional live stream every other Sunday or something along those lines if I have like a topic I really want to talk about. And the type of directions I hope to try to do is, since I'm working on particular Death Battle stuff, I'm gonna ask them once they get posted if I could like do a reaction or do like a commentary thing on what I worked on, particularly in a particular battle, because that seemed interesting to me. If I can't, I can see why. Because there's a high possibility that I might say something stupid, and I do not blame them for that. They didn't say that, I do. They don't say that, I do, because I hate myself. I don't know if you noticed that. If that entire rant that I'm gonna post at the end of this video is anything to go by, yes. So yeah, I don't know what else really to talk about. I hate it when I do update videos like this. It means to do my best to convey all my emotions. To reiterate everything that I said pretty much in the beginning, that the work that I'm doing now is a lot, but I'm not overwhelmed. Actually, I do feel like I'm underwhelmed at this particular point, because you're looking at a guy who's been drawing since he was 6, and this internships are meant to basically run you through the ropes, get you familiarized with tech and stuff that you're not familiar with, to understand what they do this sort of thing, and then maybe in like a few weeks time you'll get the hang of it, and then if you impress them enough with how easy it is that you're getting used to it, they will be able to hire you or want to hire you by the end of it, because they see your improvement and they see you can that they can benefit from your support and stuff like that. But this, I literally walk in, I get my first assignment, and I get it done with like the first 3 days. Shocking a lot of people, apparently. I just worked at a steady pace. I wasn't even trying to rush anything, because I really put in like excruciating detail on particular things that I've been working on. I would go more in detail about it, but I'm afraid I'm not good with disclosure. This is my first disclosure agreement, so I have no clue what I can and cannot say. So yeah, all I can say though is that everything I'm doing right now is making me happy, like happier than I've ever been in my entire life, ever since I got to college, and that was 3.5 years ago. And so on, even high school, even middle school, like there's been a lot of things that I've done in life and that I've never felt this happy to do. So to actually be there, like as an actual job, would probably make it so that I have actually achieved something that many people, pessimists and optimists, have gone out in the debate aside. Achieving a dream. You've had a dream once, and it depends on how far you're willing to go to achieve that dream. Do not always follow your dreams. There's been a saying, follow your dreams, but not off a cliff. All right, you can follow your dreams. You always do that. Strive to do it. But if there is like a high margin where that dream is going to lead you into an even darker place, so dark that you really regret even having a dream like that, do not go that far. However, I'm one of those people who have to say, if you have a dream, do everything you can in your power, with the help that is provided to you as you live, to get there. Because right now, where I am, where I sit in that studio, where I sit and what I do, every second I'm happy. I'm happy to sit there. I'm happy to do that work. I'm actually holding back some emotion to hold back some tears, and I'm fucking serious. All right, I'm sorry for that one, but I am dead serious. How I am genuinely happy right now, because when you're a kid and you're just doing something, and when you're just doing something, and then your parents and then the teachers are saying to stop doing it because You need to learn you need to learn what 2 plus 2 equals. You need to learn your timetable. You need to learn your fractions. You need to learn, why am I just harping on math? I think I have a dark place in math. You gotta learn your science. You gotta learn your social studies. You gotta learn who's the 77th president of the universe. You know, stuff like that. And all you want to do is this thing that you fully enjoy because it makes you happy. And that's why I believe life is supposed to be like, right? You need to do something to make you happy. Happiness is one of the main reasons to live, and most things that make you happy you want to be around, like your friends, your family, everything in between. Your pursuit of happiness is what makes life worth living. And if you're doing things that, you know, you just don't enjoy doing whatsoever, then what's like literally the point at all? And I've been going throughout that in life for a long time. And every single time I said, man, I would love to work there. Oh man, that place has my best interest. I just know it. Man, they make some stuff that really interests me because it kind of relates to the stuff that I did. And actually get there. That's a good fucking mountain. And you are at that top at that point. So basically, what this whole video is supposed to entail is that I've been happy on YouTube. Some more times than others, obviously, as you know from certain debacles. As I basically grew on this channel and the other channel. And I never actually thought that it would come to this. I always thought I would have this always in a certain regard. Try to find some way to manage it out. Use Sundays as a means of just watching videos. But sometimes on Sundays, you just kind of just want to go for a walk. Sometimes on Sundays, you want to hang out with your friends and be a DM and kill them all over. Sometimes you want to hang out with actual people and do things and not just sit down and watch a video and then post it up on the internet, go through those internet problems of YouTube and stuff like that. And go throughout the subsequent stress of other things. The small things like the YouTube comments of telling you to kill yourself, to the big things that actually the copyright stuff is so dire that your channel can be taken out, and does all the things you've done throughout the course of those years, just getting Thanos out of existence, and this time you're not keeping the other half whatsoever. This is that. Especially now. It's like YouTube was trying to help me with my push out of here, because I think most of my audience subscribers should know that a lot of my reactions to MLP season 9 have been taken down, blocked worldwide. Not the ones that are in the new video format, because apparently that just gets past censors entirely. Yeah, there you go, YouTube. But with that just proves my point. Anything like that can happen. They were perfectly fine they were perfectly fine days ago. And not to mention that almost all those things, I had to go through the copyright system problem. I had to do the dispute, and they accepted the dispute. They accepted that, and it's like, the monetization will be going to Hasbro. You're good. Cool. I don't have to worry anymore. Nope. Take it back. We're just gonna block it again because, you know, the internet. That's how it works. I don't really need to know the actual full-on details of what's going on, because all I do know is I had a video. You guys enjoyed it. I first had to get rid of the fact that it was taken down immediately after uploading it. Now it's up. You guys are enjoying it. Then it gets taken down again. I don't want to go through that process. I'm really happy for the people who were able to see it, and I do have it saved on my PC. So it's not like it's gone forever, stuff like that. It's not like anyone can't see it anymore. So basically, yeah. So YouTube is just going to be a every now and then kind of thing. And I hate that this is how I have to say it, because this is coming from the same guy that during the three-week weekend that he was coming back from before going into the internship was celebrating the fact that he got into this new apartment, and now that he's in a new apartment, he's able to do more videos because now he has more time. Little did that dumb boy know. Little did that dumb little shit knew that as soon as the internship started, boy howdy, things were gonna change. And I did not realize. And as I was trying to edit a video, I just said to myself, I don't want to do this anymore. And while like a good majority of you, I know for a solitary fact that 99.9% of the people watching this update right now, hearing my voice, hearing my words, are 100% understanding, 100% in agreement of where I'm coming from, and automatically know for a solitary fact that if they were in my position, in a job where they are doing the thing that they love, and they just have to sacrifice this one thing, that whether they liked it or not, to continue moving forward with this thing that they love, they understand. I know you guys understand. But I'm. Do you want to be a universe? I'm me. You've been on his channel long enough to know that I have some severe issues when it comes to hating myself. I mean, look what I do to myself on a regular basis. And that's the third one today. I should have been dead years ago, to tell you the absolute truth. But to tell you, but just to be able to tell you, to let you guys know. So like the long gap between, I think it was the last one I did was either the Phoenix Wright one or the Rainbow Road Trip reaction. Just to know that I won't be doing like those types of things anymore. Like maybe I might, like, if there's something like truly special that I know I want to share with you guys, I definitely watch it. Like when the next Phoenix Wright thing comes out, Phoenix Wright, the next turnabout Phoenix Wright across MLP thing comes out, oh yeah, I'll definitely do a reaction to that. No problem, because that's something that's interesting and people really like my reactions to the old ones, and I find those things incredibly good to watch and rock my brain around. So that's not like all things period besides MLP episodes are not coming on my channel. There might be one thing that I'm able to get to every now and then. Just, I don't want to make it a priority anymore. And I need to let you guys know that. So if you want to unsubscribe and find another person, since I'm no longer suiting those needs, and I'm no longer doing this for a profit margin, because while the AdSense took like 3 to 4 months to pile up so I can get $100, it was still a good $100 every 4 months. I will say, sometimes those $100 actually saved my ass. Sometimes I will tell you the honest good. I think one of the funniest moments was that I had to help out a sister of mine because her tire got blown out and she needed money to get another one, but she was already at the end of the pay period. She didn't have any money. I had money, and I just gave her that money, and she got a new tire. But now I'm technically broke. But nope, YouTube ad revenue came in for the clutch. Like, that helped out, but that's just it. Yeah, I don't think I can achieve that anymore if I'm going to be doing YouTube videos this short now. So, yeah. The best ways to get more quote-unquote content regularly, in a sense, from me would be heading off into the link in the description, going to my DeviantArt account, and just checking in on that every now and then, because I am still trying to work on my original story that I believe is like 2,000 pages long right now. It's like, man, I've come a long way on that front. And other stories that I'm trying to get to. So, because sooner or later, even though I am working at basically what is according to my dream job, I still have my own other personal dreams that I want to get done. Working for a company is not the same as working on your own stuff with your own equipment and getting something off the ground yourself, right? So, unless Rooster Teeth wants to take in my original story. I mean, they are taking in stories every now and then, but, you know, so, who knows? We'll see what the future holds, but right now, my current present is pretty damn great. And I just want to keep that up as long as possible. And, yeah. So, I think that pretty much holds all of what I have to say. I think there's nothing I really left out other than that. How appreciative I am of every single one of you, especially those who have stuck around for these 30 minutes that I've been talking. Man, I made so many update videos like this where I just kind of just pour my everything out for you guys, because there have been moments where I talk to myself, not as in I'm insane. I talk aloud, mostly because I just believe someone's listening. Like, you can believe in God, you can believe in nothing, you can believe in whatever, but when I talk, even if it's not to God, even if it's not to, like, particularly anything in the room, when the camera's off and I still talk to myself about particular things, I talk about topics just to no one. I just believe someone's listening. And this was one of those outlets that even though I'm not talking to you guys directly, and I'm going to be posting up this video, I believe that you're listening as I'm talking right now. Like you're nodding your head when I say something that you agree with, or you're like, I understand, or you just imagining what's going through your head right now as I say these words. That's what makes me so comfortable talking like this. And just not afraid to put in some pauses, because I myself am just trying to make sure I articulate myself properly, but also know that I just need a moment, because I'm not trying to be one of those channels, like you all know the channels that kind of make those apology videos or something like that, those bad apology videos that do their best to ham it up. I'm not going to put any soppy music inside of this. I'm just trying to be real with you. and it's so on and so forth. I'm just ad-libbing the crap out of this. And, yeah. So YouTube was fun. It was fantastic for a time period, except for the moments that weren't fantastic. But I think it's okay for me to say that I'm going to use an arbitrary word. I got a few projects done in forms of what Death Battle is doing, and I will say that my job position can be summarized as I can draw how your favorite character dies. I find that enjoyable because here's a running joke with me and my friends, and that I know how to kill people. I know how to murder people. All right, not in real life. If you're a fictional character, beware. Original stories abound. I kill people. George R.R. Martin ain't got on me. Why am I censoring myself now? He ain't got shit on me. He ain't got shit on me. I was killing fictional characters that people liked in stories since I was 6 years old. Where's your Medal of Honor? I don't know when JJ. Was it George? Yeah, I don't know when he started making his story, but just know that he's known to kill off very famous characters. I wrote the book on killing characters. I literally wrote a book. It's right over there somewhere. I'm not memeing. It's over there, and it goes by a step-by-step process on how to kill a character properly in stories. Many of my friends read it. Many of them like it. Just saying, if I had to publish any book, it would probably be that one. So, with all that being said and done, I think it's about time for me to end this without making it longer by bringing up some other random topic. This is going to be my last real talk update video about my current arrangements. And I will have to say I'm sorry, once again, to anyone that I have upsetted by leaving this platform. Because this was great for the long haul, and of all the things that I've learned and all the people I've met and talked to along the way. But like reaction requests, things that you guys want me to get to because you want to know my certain take on something, my personality, or whatever, or just to hear my great succulent voice. You're just gonna have to wait until a new episode comes out, or whenever I feel the need to watch something that I feel like I really want to show my input on, and also not copyright heavy, so more likely a fan made project that I just find neat. Yep, I think that's it. So yeah, so look out for if you're a fan of Death Battle, if you're not a fan of Ruby, you're not a fan of Genlock, you're not a fan of like Rooster Teeth in general, but just like Death Battle because it's basically its own thing. You can look at it that way. Death Battle is a show where you take two fictional characters from completely different sources of medium and putting up against each other to fight each other. There's nothing Ruby in that, well, aside from the Ruby characters, obviously, but there's nothing like, okay, they're not trying to make a story, they're not trying to make something a deep, complex narrative like what the show's trying to do, or something along those lines. It's simply there for dumb fun, and I love it. All right, it's a show that nerds like me, you, and everyone I like can like and hate for particular outcomes. But after working there for a bit, I have to understand some of the. I have to understand like what feelings go through. And now I fully understand some of the comments when I quote unquote get too critical on certain battles. Like I think the most recent one where people that I had the most amount of flack of people get to me on was the Roshi versus Jiraiya fight. And I didn't even say anything bad. I just simply said the outcome of the fight could be portrayed better. That's it. Because I'm a choreographer. I love choreographing fights. I love having characters fight and having an actual deep, like, how they go about these things. And granted, writing an ending to who kills or who wins the fight is definitely hard. You either have to go with the dramatic tension, like the Afro Samurai versus Samurai Jack one, where you cut and then you just like, ooh, that's damage. But look over there, he did more damage. He wins. Blah 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 blah. Or the he wins by a landslide at the very end kind of thing. It really shows that this person had the last trump card on their end and used it on the proper time, unlike the other person who didn't. You know, battles like that, I get that. But again, but basically, what I was trying to get at before I went on a little bit of a rant, I get where those comments are coming from when they say animation is hard, animation takes some time, and a lot of things occur. And with that, after working there for a bit, I need to now throw my hat into the ring. Yes! Animating, writing, scripting, a bunch of different things and factors cannot simply be changed simply because one person either found something that they would like to be incorporated in the animation, or so on and so forth, back and forth of outcomes or whatever. It's very hard. It is very difficult. And I've only been there for 3 weeks. That's it. Just know that there's a long process when it comes to animation, and we're not even talking like high grade like AAA studios, like gaming studio type of animation. We're talking about like animations for people who just know how to animate and doing it for the best of their abilities, kind of thing, with some actual talent and skill, but without a 100 out of 5 billion crew membership here. So yeah, I think that'll be our last detour into the topics at hand. So this is the warning. If you do not want to hear my randomly ad-libbed me shitting on myself, little tirade I did. If you don't want to see it, leave now. If you do, go ahead. And now that I got done with this little spiel, I'm actually going to get into the newest MLP episode that came out. I was actually planning on doing it like here. I was actually planning on making this short. No, this video is going to be longer than the reaction. That's hilarious to me. So yeah, this is DMB Universe. I'm still here. I'm not dead. I'm not gone. I haven't gone anywhere. It just I won't be here as frequently as I wish to be in the past. And that's the sad part. Now, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening if you were. Sorry again if you're upset, and I'm happy to know anyone who understands and so on and so forth. So bye. An idiotic, self-absorbed, fucking retarded dipshit that cannot understand the simplicities of life and cannot even fathom how he does not deserve any kind of praise that is received toward him throughout any person who has ever existed in the history of fucking phenomenally ever. Fuck this person that you are currently seeing on your screen right now, and never, in any circumstances, ever give him pity. And in that regard of giving that person that you're seeing and currently hearing talk right now in front of you, just fucking leave. Find someone better, because there's like a billion trillion other people. Yes, I said trillion. There are other things out there, hopefully in space, that you can find it's better than me. Basically, fuck this guy. You have to fucking hate me. You do it. I am a bitch tit. I am what people would call an asshole, a person who deserves nothing in life and probably should die. If I didn't already die like 17 times today. Trust me, something's keeping me here and I just can't get rid of it. So, yeah. Okay.